Hello and welcome to a quick explanation of the experience map that you're going to be building this week. Now, experience mapping is big in a lot of areas. If you go to Starbucks, they have an experience map from even before you walk into Starbucks. So their experience map extends all the way out to the parking lot and exactly what you should be feeling as you're moving towards each section within Starbucks as well. So experience mapping basically helps us walk through our customers or helps our customers walk through and shows us what they're feeling at each point and the desired outcomes that we want them to have. So you can get really deep into customer experience maps. For our purposes, we're just looking at this now. So we're going to keep it fairly simple. So we're going to start with blue, which is going to be the solutions that you came up with for your case study for the scenarios that you've been working throughout the past 6 weeks. So the blue is going to be the solution, which in this case MBO, management by objectives. So the yellow is going to be the mechanisms. They have to define the goals, ensure the goals, create deadlines every 6 months, and then the green. Now that's going to be the feelings and the emotion felt by the customer going through this, whether the customer is an employee, manager, whoever it is, whoever's going through this process. So um, the emotions we want them to feel, the desired outcomes are we want them empowered, motivated, inspired. And now take a look at this box above where it says clarity, authenticity, trust between manager and employee, transparency. Well, what that is those are traits. So in the green, we're going to identify traits, and then underneath that in green again, we're going to identify the feelings or emotion that will hopefully be the desired outcome from that. Because even if you're managing by objectives and you have one of those difficult conversations with somebody, if you're clear, authentic, and you build trust between the manager and employee and you're transparent, hopefully they'll leave feeling empowered, motivated, inspired, even if it was one of those difficult conversations. So that's why this is important because we want to stay focused on the traits that's required. Remember, we want outcomes. These are the outcomes we want. These are the traits that will get us there. So we have management by objectives. That is our that is one of our solutions. Then we have the mechanisms, how we define goals, ensure the goals, create deadlines, and how often every 6 months. But then we have traits here: clarity, authenticity, trust, and below that, those traits are going to get us or going to get the customer feeling empowered, motivated, inspired. That's what we want. We're going to look at one more map. This one's a little more linear. You notice how things go in a certain fashion. So this person wanted to have an evaluation process. Well, before they do that, they have to have manager to manager OJT training. These are, or before they could evaluate employees, they have to have manager to manager training, and they chose on the job training. So this is a solution here. Right, here's our solution. Down below in our yellow, remember what our yellow is. Our yellow is the mechanisms, OJT for 2 months, 1 month's experienced managers. Okay, now down below, we're going to have the traits. They're going to give us the best possible experience, and we're going to have the desired outcome of what those traits will give us. So uh, it's going to give us that perspective knowledge in here. So it's manager to manager. So when the this particular one says when they see the experienced manager, they're going to get perspective and knowledge. So they're going to gain that. Attributes of great experienced leader are welcoming, patient, kind, exemplifying during the LJT process, and they're a servant leader. So when they get through that, that's how the managers are going to feel when they're in that process. Then they're going to evaluate. Now check out what we have here. We have more branches, so it's not linear in motion in the process. So managers should present patience, clarity, and all that. At the end of the program, employees will feel trust, excited, optimistic, encouraged, empowered, and valued. So these are the traits that will get them here. The yellow are the mechanisms that have to happen, so the actions, if you will, and the blue are the what you came up with for your conclusion to uh, for your case study. So I hope this helps. Remember, we have to have solution in blue. We're going to put the mechanisms in yellow, so that's the what they have to do, and then we're going to put different traits and the emotions or desired outcomes that we hope they have on the customer in green.